Right, my pick for fantasy football this season is the Manchester City #1 Joe Hart. He's going to cost 5.9 million, and I think he'll do pretty well because I think Man City will be strong at the back.
Hi everyone, my tip for this year's Sky Sports Fantasy Football is John Anaritza. He's back in England with Fulham after a few years with Roma, and I think he's an absolute steal at 4 million. Plenty of goals from free kicks, few crosses from the left, and he shouldn't concede too many with Fulham's defence.
My pick for Sky Sports Fantasy Football 2011 is Ashley Cole, because he's the most reliable left back in the Premier League, and 7.9 million. Can't go wrong.
Okay, my tip for fantasy football this season is Kyle Walker from Spurs, 5.2 million. Big season for him this year, forced his way into the England setup last year, really attacking. Spurs decent in the back, so should get plenty of clean sheet points as well. And he should be up there with assists and goals.
Leighton Baines, Everton defender, scores goals and gets assists, takes free kicks for Everton. At 7.1 million, he'll pick up points.
My fantasy football pick is Jack Wilshere. He's going to cost 5.5 million. And I picked him for his agility and aggression.
My Sky Fantasy Football tip for this year is Stefan Sessegnon of Sunderland. He was in tremendous form towards the end of last season and also in pre-season, and at 4.8 million is a bargain buy for any team.
So my pick for fantasy football this year is the Wigan midfielder Victor Moses, £4.6 million. He's had a great pre-season, scoring his last 3 games. I think he's going to fill the void that Charles N'Zogbia left and really get the goals for Wigan this year. Watch out for him, he'll be a creative influence for them.
My tip for this year's fantasy football is Youssouf Ben-Ayoun, the Chelsea midfielder. His value is 4.7 million. I think he's vastly underrated. He had an injury hit season last year, and I think this year he's ready to provide goals for the Chelsea midfield. Frank Lampard and maybe struggling a bit, along with the Brazilian Ramirez. So I think Youssouf Ben-Ayoun is a good purchase for the fantasy team.
My tip for fantasy football is Tevez, who's worth 10 million, because it sounds a bit like Trevor, and Trevor's a pretty cool name.
Harry Redknapp wants Wayne Rooney, but I'm going to go for Sunderland striker Asamoah Gyan up front. I think he's a great signing for Sunderland. He had a great first season. He'll be fantastic for fantasy football, did well last season, creates goals, scores goals. I'm going for Asamoah Gyan.